like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe, never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do, lace up the shoes.
EA Sports coverage in the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Okay, ready? March part two, march part two. Go! Shift, shift! 164, weak.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Down. 8, read. Seize the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Ready?
Looking to throw. Eason. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Well, this Week 1 matchup between the Colts and the Chargers, there are a couple of ties between the two franchises. Of course, Colts head coach Frank Reich, he spent 2 seasons as the Chargers offensive coordinator in 2014 and 15. Then he would have 2 years as the Eagles OC before coming to Indianapolis. But also, Colts fans, they do not have good memories of the 2007 and 2008 seasons, both times losing to the Chargers in the playoffs when they felt like they had a team that could have gone to the Super Bowl.
Intended for Trey Burton. Incomplete.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Easy, easy. 56. Plus 56. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. He can run for it, and he will. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hard.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 31 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Rivers now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defense. Don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long for Rivers. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Melvin Ingram picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
On the return, it's King. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over. Get going.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Tight dog, 61, matchbox, light.
On 1st and 10, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 15-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Eckler. Fighting fighting his way through contact. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Check. Fresno. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Undercrunch. Leo. Crunch.
Here's Justin Jackson, second-year man out of Northwestern. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check. Topper. Watch the twist.
They'll run here with Eckler. That one, a first down pickup of 8. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon.
Check it out, read. Watch twist. Shit. Get it.
They run on first down with Jackson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha. 53 to Mike. 53.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On the ready.
Go 58 to Mike. Double dog. That's the way.
Hey, Charlie.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. There's a corner now.
Yep.
58, boys. 58 to Mike. I got you.
5.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Rivers on the money, complete. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Mack. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rivers now. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Bravo!
They'll try and throw for it here. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down.
Rivers now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. Pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Open man is Trey Burton. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Rivers again. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Here we go, here we go. Go. 60 or 22 jump bomber, 22 hit.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 43.
Now Rivers. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. He completes this one to Mack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. First down, Rivers. Steps away to his, now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return will stop right around the 25.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, Foxtrot.
58 to Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here we go. Set. 8, read. 6-6, pull it high. Double up.
This is Kelly. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, wahoo!
58, Mike. Let's go. Do you tighten up?
Yeah.
Do you tighten up? 58, right?
Yeah.
From the gun, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 26 and a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen There to make the grab. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A second down throw for Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
You better be afraid of me.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert caught by Allen. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Look at me. Go on.
It's Eckler again. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
On 4th down, Herbert got a man. It's complete. Williams. Touchdown, LA! Mike Williams, 33 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed... near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Brissett. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Eckler. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Pick it up, pick it up. Go. At 58 is a mic. Go 58. Let's go.
throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5.
Come on, now. We better than that.
Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter now up in Seattle. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
56. Mike, 56.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 49, check 49, check 49.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Watch the run. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check it back. Switch. Let's go.
They started on the ground with Eckler. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 41 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Rush in. Check. Lucky.
Go.
That's mine. Check 3.
Fight.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter.
Michael Badgley for the Charger field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They go play action here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. The Chargers on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And an alley to run. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for Jennings. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Darius Jennings that time. And that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Herbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing again, it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And Jennings has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 24 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 10 more there and another first down.
Chargers, first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. 2nd and 4. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
That's it, baby. At their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Ready, set.
58 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. On 3rd down, Taylor. He goes airborne into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now, the first play in the drive there is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Say. Mike 56.
Brissett now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st down, Herbert. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Oh, Taylor going to throw. Taylor hit. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the home team here, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here.